Hey guys, Lynton here from Tribefit, and I wanted to do today's video to take you through something you don't really talk about too often, and that's our background, our story, how Tribefit came about, and I guess talk about all of the scams or the reviews and the guru stuff that's going on in the market, and I guess how the market's evolved and how it really kind of cheeses me off and gets me going that there's people out there that are kind of fly by night, turn up one day, never been in the market before and make crazy claims and all that sort of stuff. But as you can see behind me, the office is a little bit messy. Got the basketball up there. We've got a couple of, ClickFunnels, all of that sort of stuff. You've probably seen it before, ClickFunnels award. We'll go on there as well. And what does that mean? That just means we've been around for a long time, right? And coming out here on the balcony, a little bit nicer, it's not as messy. You can see there, this is Sydney, Australia. The city is just about there. We've got a view of that. And yeah, what I wanted to talk about is, like I said, something we don't really talk about too often, and that is our background, how we came about. And like I said, there are so many gurus out there in the moment that it's hard to know who are the good guys and who aren't, right? And it's a little bit frustrating when I see people who have no idea, become a coach overnight and make some crazy claims. And when I speak to people time and time again about, oh, hey Chris, I had a coach and they didn't really deliver what they said, and they actually had no idea what they were doing, and they lied about whatever it was. And then when I started coaching with them, I didn't get any results, and I'm doing all the hard work and blah, blah, blah. And that really frustrates me, because there's nothing worse than seeing a great trainer, someone who really has a message and can have impact and a massive reach out there in the world that wants to help people, that they get taken down the wrong road, right? And they're doing the work, they're following what the person's telling them, but in the first place, the advice they're getting is wrong, and they're getting the advice from the wrong person. And that's where I guess all of these scams, and people wanting to check reviews and like testimonials and costs of all this stuff, like the research that goes on about, and that's a good thing, right? It's good when people want to do their background research, and after you do those sorts of things, the people who are the good guys and have been here for a long time, like us at Tribefit, rise to the top, right? We've got the biggest and fastest growing that I know of in the whole space, and I've done my research, testimonial wall. We help people from all walks of life, all different types of trainers. We had just someone yesterday who came through who's never trained anyone face-to-face before. They wanted to go straight online, and he's crushing it. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we've got guys that have been training in person, had gyms, whatever it might be, for 10, 20, 30 years, and are fastly transitioning and scaling online as well. So, like, no matter where you fall in that spectrum, if you have the right advice and you have the right coach, you're going to get the results you want faster and easier without the pain. And let me take you back, I guess, how long we've been in this space for. Now, our first online fitness business was probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And we're in 2020 now, and that was kind of before it was even known, before it was even big. And there was a key few people who were doing really well in online fitness. And there was two that came out of Australia, one called Kayla Itsteins and one called Emily Skye. And Emily Skye was us. We had a 30% share ownership in that business along with Emily and another person we were working with who, as well. And we grew that business phenomenally fast, and we took it to more or less $2 to $3 million a year, right? And this was before there were online coaches and all that sort of stuff. And if you've done your research and you've known about the industry for a little while, those names will resonate, you'll know who they are. We've spent time down in Adelaide with Kayla Itsteins and her partner, Toby Pierce, in the early stages as well. They were phenomenal people. We like I said, we built the business along with Emily, and that was like our first step into the space. And this is before everyone else, right? This is like just when Instagram was starting. Facebook was there was hardly any online trainers, whatever it might be. And we worked hard, we cracked the nut, we grew that business successfully, and then we exited out of that business, which was awesome. And then from there, we started getting approached from other personal trainers saying, hey, Chris, can you help do what you guys did and help me grow like Emily Skye, for example? And we worked with a handful of other trainers, one-on-one, very closely, helped grow them too. And it got to a stage where we were getting reached out more and more by trainers, and unfortunately, they couldn't pay $20,000, $30,000 a month to work with them, one-on-one, right? In the capacity we're working within Emily's business and with these other people. And so we started thinking, well, maybe we can put some coaching together, put these into video modules, put it into a blueprint and help support these people rather than just doing it for them. And that way we could do it and help a lot more people because there's only 24 hours in the day of my time. And at the same time, we could, make the investment cheaper so that more people could get the help, right? Because we're getting sick and tired of saying to people that were great trainers and who were struggling and really wanted to make it happen, but they just didn't have the finances to be able to afford for us to do it for them. And so that's how Tribefit came about. Rather than having to pay a large investment for us to do it for you, we do it with you. And as a result, you skill up, you learn, and we're in your corner all the way through with the proven blueprint and supporting you all the way through. And that's why we get the phenomenal results. That's why we have the biggest and fastest growing testimonial wall in the space. That's why we're not a scam like all of these other people out there that didn't exist yesterday and are living in their mum's garage and pretending that they're successful, and in 2 weeks from now they won't be there again, like they just disappear. And it happens time and time again, and it really is frustrating. And that's why it's important to look at reviews. That's why it's important to look at testimonials. That's why it's important to look how long people have been in this space for. So like I said, over like 7 years, we've evolved how we've gone. We've helped people. We've kept up with how the market's changed, all that sort of stuff. And you've probably seen my videos for some time, especially in Australia, because we initially just worked with people in Australia, but then we branched out all around the world. So if you haven't seen stuff from us yet, potentially you're new in the space, or you're in a market where we weren't advertising, whatever it might be, but more than likely you've probably seen my head and Tribefit business brand around at some stage, more than likely. So look, it's good to do your research. It's good to check out reviews. If you click somewhere on this page, you'll see a link that'll take you to our testimonial wall. It is absolutely huge. Go through it, you'll see everything's real. We're the real deal, we're the good guys. And like I said, it's good to do your research, because then it allows you to not choose someone else who's going to give you a bad experience. And let me tell you, every day that I hear from a trainer who is like, hey Chris, I'm reaching out, I rushed the decision and I went with someone that was like a fake guru or whatever it might be, and now I want to get help from Tribefit because I'm doing the work and I'm not getting results, and it's just frustrating me. It really frustrates me, because I want to see you all do well. Nothing pisses me off more than a great trainer who's doing the work and wants to make it happen, getting the wrong advice and going through a painful process. And like when I first started doing online fitness business, there was no coaches, there was nobody else doing it. So we had to go through the process of failure and pain and trying to work it out ourselves. And you know what? I would have loved if there was someone out there that I could have reached out to and say, hey, you've done it, how do you do this? And we would have grown our online fitness business twice as fast, made twice as much profit, had twice as many clients, helped twice as many people, and done it with a whole lot less pain. But unfortunately, we were in it so early that there was no one else who was doing it. So we had to figure it out for ourselves. The good news for you guys is that we've done it years and years ago. We're still doing it. And that way you can get the proven blueprints, you can get the steps to make it happen, so you don't have to make the painful mistakes and the costly mistakes that I had to make to work it out. So look, if you want to grow your online fitness business, if you want to get more clients, if you want to have more impact, more reach, earn what you're worth, get clients that are happy to pay you what you're worth happily, and they want to stick around long term, know how to get those clients, know how to keep those clients, know how to get those clients phenomenal results, then look, reach out to us. I don't want people making a mistake of going somewhere else and getting burnt or whatever it might be. Like every time I hear someone that gets burnt from someone else, in my head, I'm just like, I wish you reached out to us first, because you wouldn't have had that bad experience, right? But you know, everyone has their own journey, but I do stress, do your research. Like I said, you can check out, there's a link around here somewhere, check out our website, check out everything. You'll be overwhelmed with the amount of results that we've gotten people. And you know, action speaks louder than words, results speak louder than words. For me, that's the thing I'm most proud of. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of our background, something we don't talk too much about because it's been over so many years and we kind of forget it too. But look, like I said, if you're looking to grow and you want to avoid the painful mistakes, the roadblocks, you know, the scrapes, the cuts, the bruises that you get along the way of trying to figure it out yourself, all the things that I had to go through, if you want to fast track it, get like results much faster, much cheaper, with a lot less pain, get as many clients as you need and have as much impact as you want, then reach out, we'll make it happen, and look forward to helping you and speaking soon. Bye for now.